Hi, I'm Yasmin,
And I'm Camila.
and welcome to another episode of JINX.
Hello? Hey, come over. Jinx!
Oh my god, it's our second episode. And JINX. Today's episode is a really exciting one. So
today we want to talk about. Oh wait, actually, hold on.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
What's up?
No, literally, like, how was your week though? Actually.
Oh, good. I just got back from London on Friday. My flight got delayed.
Did it actually?
No. So okay, story time.
Okay.
We were on the way to the airport and we were an hour and 10 minutes early. So we get to Heathrow Airport and there's like a tunnel to go to our terminal. And then there's another bridge to go to other terminals. For some reason, there was so much traffic. Like there was a traffic light and it wasn't moving. So we were like, strange. Anyway, 10 minutes passed, 20 minutes passed, 30 minutes passed.
In the traffic?
Yeah. And we were like, oh, so we're no longer early. Now we're late. And then instead of them like saying that the tunnel is closed from the get-go, they told us like an hour in. So we had to go to the other terminal. But then we reached the other terminal. We were running. We had to take like the underground train to the other terminal. So anyway, we missed our boarding time. Yeah. So they just like, they were like, so our flight was at 4:50. So they're like, literally, we got there to the desk and they didn't even ask us any questions. They're like, so do you want to take the 6:45 or the 7:50 flight? And we were like,
yes.
Is there no way we can board this flight? They're like, no. We're like, okay, because it was like 4:10.
Yeah.
And we had bags. So we ended up landing like 3 hours later than expected. So that was like
charged for it, right?
No.
It's their
yeah.
Okay.
But Emirates is really good at that. So shout out Emirates.
Oh my god, Emirates, that's so we love you.
Yeah,
sponsor us.
please.
We will gladly go on a first class trip anywhere you want us to go and film and vlog it.
Yeah, totally.
Talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, hit us up.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, totally. Yes. Anyway, so ended up arriving on Saturday at, instead of 2:30 a.m., we ended up reaching home at like 7 a.m. So
I thought that was your normal flight. I didn't know.
No. Yeah, and then so I slept that day, and then slept the next day, and then yesterday I couldn't wake up. I'm literally not even exaggerating.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna talk about.
Okay,
I couldn't wake up today.
What's wrong with us?
You know, I woke up like 20 minutes before you came, or like 30 minutes, something like that. I couldn't wake up.
Oh, crazy!
My alarm was going off since 7:30. I actually got out of bed 12:30.
Oh my god!
I'm telling you, I couldn't wake up. I would wake up and then like look at my phone and then fall back to sleep as if like I had just fallen asleep. Like I couldn't wake up. And I didn't even sleep that late. I slept like 1:32, something like that.
Is Mercury in retrograde still?
Girl, I don't know. But I slept for so long and it was so difficult for me to wake up. I woke up because I was like, Yasmin's coming.
Oh, if I wasn't,
if you weren't coming, I think I still would have been asleep.
Okay,
but
so
like
I'm awake
and like I'm fine. And even yesterday when I was sitting, I could barely be productive. Like I started properly paying attention and working at 6 p.m.
It's giving vitamin deficiencies.
I don't know what it is, but literally, like I was sitting and I kept like looking at my phone, and then I would look at this, I would watch that. But TikTok took over my life yesterday. Like I was everywhere except for like what I had to actually do. And then I know ADHD now is like a trend. Okay. A lot of people are self-diagnosing themselves ADHD, but I was like, listen, maybe I should go get checked.
Yeah, honestly,
because it's giving.
It's always been giving for me, but you know what? I don't want to know. Like, I'm good.
No, I want to know just so I'll be like, yeah, it's good.
You like blame. It's like, I'm diagnosed
It's
ADHD.
actually my ADHD.
Yeah.
But a lot of people self-diagnose. And that's why a lot of people are like, yeah, I have ADHD. I'm like, but how do you know though?
Yeah.
Or you could just be like someone who just can't pay attention. Yeah. Doesn't mean you have ADHD.
Yeah, attention deficit. Yeah. But not the disorder. Just in general.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, girl, I feel like I need to get checked.
I mean,
because it's giving. And because like I work really hard like towards the end of the day. So like when it becomes like 4 p.m. and stuff, that's when my brain like goes like sending like so many emails.
You get bursts of energy.
Yeah. Like, but then like during the day, even if I'm like doing like an early morning, like go to the gym in the morning. Even if I'm doing something like that and I come back home, have my breakfast, shower, and sit at my desk at 9, my brain is still like,
yeah.
So I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get checked. Let's see. That shit's expensive though.
So, oh my god. So I was like, I had a life coach at some point in my life and she literally looked like the second I opened my mouth to this woman, she was like, have you ever like done tests for ADHD and OCD? I was like, no. So then she was like, okay, like, so she gave me links like to check them out and stuff like that. I was like,
yeah, that shit's expensive.
I was like, you know what? I'm good. I've gone like 28 years of my life not knowing.
Exactly.
I don't need to know.
If it's not taking over your life, I don't think.
Yeah, like I'm fine.
It's okay to not know. Yeah. I am diagnosed with OCD though, but like minor OCD.
Okay.
Not like very like intense. It was something mild, whatever. So that I know I have. But girl, I've been known I have that. You know?
Yeah.
You know, oh my God. So I saw a TikTok on it yesterday and then I was like, oh my God, so I'm not the only one. This guy was like, what? When you have to jump in your room 3 times before you leave the room, otherwise your like dog will die.
Oh my God. So you have that kind of.
So when I was a kid, it was like that.
Okay.
It was more like superstitious kind. Okay. So it's like, oh, you have to make sure you click the button 3 times. If you don't, this will happen. If you don't do that, this will happen, whatever. And I thought I was crazy, but then I found out it's like it's a type of OCD.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, cool. At least I know it's a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
you're the only one.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
And then as I got older, that part of it was less. Now it's more like, oh, things need to be like more straight or whatever. And it's not like, oh, it has to be straight because it's bothering me. It's like, it has to be straight. Otherwise it's bad luck. You know?
So it's still the superstition, but like in a different
everything
way.
Is bad luck. But I'm like better with like, now I'm able to tell myself like, shut up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
not always, but a lot of the time.
Okay, well done.
You'll see me like when I'm like clicking the light switch. I go like 10 times till I get it right.
And I feel like if there's something, thing is, I have that too, but like if, like I don't think of it in that way. Like I just like things to be organized. It's not that like I relate it to a superstition.
No, mine is like it's bad luck.
But I do have like that thing where when I was younger, it still kind of lingers right now. But now that I'm aware of it, I try to actively like change it. But I have this thing where like, for example, if like I'm excited to go to whatever, an event tomorrow, if I imagine that I'm going to have fun at the event or like that I'm at the event, that means the way I translate it is that I'm not going or that something bad's going to happen. So the way that I used to do things is that I used to purposely imagine the negative outcome so that the positive outcome would happen.
Are you like that now? No.
Like I still could be because I feel like that's the natural way my brain like processes things. But now I'm just like, okay, you need to like, that's not a thing. You know what I mean? So now I'm like more actively trying to, because like, all these things of like, like manifest, like whatever. Because I don't think that I like manifest negative energy. It's just, I've always been that way. So that's
you know how they always say it? They're like, oh, if you think negatively, negative things will happen to you. But then I'm like, okay, but I'm trying not to think negatively. But then you're telling me that if I think negatively, it's gonna happen. So then that means it's gonna be my fault. So then I need to not think about it, but then I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. So that's how so for me, it was kind of like, oh, like think and the opposite would happen. Yeah. I don't know how that started.
It's weird, honestly like, I realized it depends on my sleep also. Like if I have really good sleep on time and I wake up on time, my day goes like more, it's a lot better. If my sleep or like my schedule's messed up, my OCD on some days is like super maximum to the point where like, if I scratch my left hand 4 times, I have to scratch my right hand 4
crazy.
times. If I, what do you call it? Like if I'm on my phone, like you'll never see me like look at my phone and just lock it. I always lock it away from my face because my OCD is that I can't see it locked. It's so weird. Everyone has like their own.
Yeah.
But like, damn, sometimes it's so intense.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Don't catastrophize things. Yeah. Just sleep well.
Yeah, literally. Sleep makes the biggest difference. Yeah. Like if I don't sleep well 2 nights in a row,
oh my God,
I'm crazy the 3rd day. I'm not kidding.
In medical terms?
If I don't sleep for 2 days, I'm crazy on the 3rd. The other day I was like, oh my God, like I was started like thinking so much about and then I was like, I didn't sleep well. And then as soon as I realized it's because I didn't sleep well, I'm fine. Because I'm like, oh, I know it's not me.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know what's coming. Yeah. Sleep well.
It's important.
So yeah.
So, now, onto the topic for today.
Yes.
We want to talk about our brat summer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Slay. Oh.
For a second, I was like, wow, that's a good beat. And I was like, it is Charlie.
It is, yeah. We had a cute summer.
Listen, this is the first time I actually had a summer break in years. For those who don't know, which is everyone except for like my family and friends.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, I got a little bit like nervous about flights, but I was fine. Like I was still flying. It's okay. COVID happened. Work from home, always home, always.
Yeah.
And then I was yeah, and then all my jobs after that were remote.
Okay.
So I've just constantly been home. So then I fully developed a fear, I self-induced this, a fear of traveling. So I used to think it was just a fear of flights. So I thought I was scared of the plane or whatever. But no, I was scared of traveling. Like I was scared of going out of like being away from my home. Even like when we would go to the Pilates class, like downtown, I would even sometimes in the car get nervous because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going like 20 minutes away from my house. Like it was so strange, but I was like, that's not cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I developed a fear. I traveled in 2021 forcefully. I had no choice because it was my brother's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And it was in Turkey. So it was like a 4-hour flight.
2021.
Yes. And then that's it.
Yeah.
And then 2022, I didn't travel. 2023, I didn't travel. And then a group of my friends in 2023 were like, listen, 2024, Japan. And I was like, you know what? I reached the point where I was like, I'm sick and tired of allowing this to like limit me and like not travel. And like, hello, I've been stuck in the same place like 3 years, not leaving, like not seeing other cultures, nothing like that. And I love traveling.
Yeah.
I love seeing different people. I love seeing like listening to different languages. I love being a tourist. It's so nice. So then I was like, okay, yeah, fine. I said it because I knew I had time to like prep for it. And I also knew I couldn't chicken out because I was like, if I chicken out, then, they'll hate me forever. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll say yes. And that was supposed to be April this year. Then February came and very randomly with my old job, I got a travel opportunity. Keep in mind, I had 3 travel opportunities before that, and I said no to all of them.
And they were like
Paris,
cool, like travel opportunities.
There was like Paris with Dyson. Come on. Crazy. There was Romania for a music festival.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There was Doha for FIFA. I said no to everything. The second I would see an email that would say something about traveling, I was like, no, sorry, I can't. Like I would always come up with an excuse or whatever. So then for this one, I was reached out for my job to go to Doha. And then for the first time, it wasn't a hard no. I was like, okay, Cami, think about it. It's less than an hour flight away. It's not that dramatic. And you need to do, and I always said I need to do a short trip before Japan because Japan is a 10-hour flight. I'm flying without friends, like family, no one's with me. And it's a work trip. So I'm going to go and be by myself for 5 days. And the whole trip was like, it was for like a charity football match. I was just going to go get content. That's it. Like tough life, But then like Chunks, Billy, Harry, like they were all going to be there. I was like, Cami, go, you idiot. So it was a terrifying time. I had panic attacks every single day until it led up to the trip. Then I went to the airport crying. I was hysterical. I vlogged it. It's up if you want to check it out. Hysterical. I got to the airport. I couldn't get in. They didn't let me in because my visa or something. So I was like, woo! I was like, slay, I don't need to go. So much relief.
Yeah.
Then I was like, that's it. I'm not going to go. And then the guy that I know, he's kind of like an acquaintance friend, whatever. He was like, hey, I'm going to go on the morning flight the next day. Are you down? I was like, I don't know. I'll think about it, whatever. The morning came. I was like, I have to go. I was like, Cami, this is your opportunity to go. And I felt good.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
you were like pushed to do it. Yeah.
So then I ran like very last minute. I was like, let's go. So we booked the flight, went to the airport. I got on the plane and my biggest fear was takeoff. But takeoff was my favorite part.
Oh my God.
I loved it. I was like, oh my God. And I remember I put the camera on myself when I was vlogging to get my reaction of takeoff. And I was just, you could see my eyes just like, whoa. It was just such a cool experience. And then I felt so proud of myself. And then on the way back, I was like, slay, I got this. On the plane, girl, the entire hour, I had a panic attack.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh no, I thought I was over it. And
it's okay.
I was like, it's okay. I was like, it's fine. Yeah. And then going to Japan, I was perfectly fine. Coming back, I was perfectly fine. Then we went to Portugal together.
Yeah.
Then I went to Bali. Like,
she's Bali, in her travel era.
Yeah. Bali, I think I was a little bit nervous on the plane, but nothing like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 2024, I finally got rid of my fear of traveling and I checked off 3 of my bucket list places I wanted to go to.
Slay.
Yeah. And we went on a girls trip.
Yeah. Our first
trip. We did Portugal.
Yeah. So Portugal has been on my list for ages.
Same.
And I remember this conversation happened a while ago where we were trying to do like a bigger group trip to Portugal, and like not everyone was like that keen. So like that summer, it just was not happening. Then in September, obviously, Olivia Rodrigo announced her world tour, and we were like, oh my God, we're going, regardless of the destination.
And I've never been that girl, and I always wanted to be that girl that like travels for a concert.
I've never traveled for a concert either. So we were like, okay, so we narrowed down the destinations that we could potentially get tickets and want to go to.
3 of them. London, Copenhagen, Lisbon.
And we bought all of them. And it was me, Cami, and Dana, my sister. And we literally bought 9 tickets.
We bought 9 tickets to Olivia Rodrigo.
Literally with no plan.
No plan. Because, so how ticketing works nowadays for people who don't actually go to concerts that much is before tickets would go on sale, you would buy them. Now, however, there's these stupid, annoying people that when tickets go on sale, they buy all of them and they sell it for like
crazy amounts.
Whatever. So now what they do, a lot of the artists, is you pre-register for when the tickets go on pre-sale. And then when they go on pre-sale, they send you a code.
Yes.
And you might get a code, you might not get a code. So then like when you go on the website, you have a limited time and limited amount of tickets, whatever. It's like that. And we didn't know what was going to work out.
Yeah.
So I think Copenhagen went on sale first. I bought all 3 tickets. I was like, Slay, we'll do Copenhagen. Then Portugal went on sale.
Yeah, so I got Portugal. So we bought Portugal. And then at the same time, I think it was the same day, I also got London. Yes. And I was like, you know what?
In case.
And London seemed to be also the easiest. And Cami's been wanting to go to the O2 for like years and years and years. So we were like, okay, so we have 9 tickets at our disposal. Now, and we didn't talk about it till like February, March, I think.
Honestly, so irresponsible.
Awful. And so we were talking about it, and then London clashed with my schedule. So I had a family trip at that time and I couldn't move it. So we were like, okay, it's between Copenhagen and
Lisbon.
Copenhagen was too close to your Japan trip.
Yes.
So that was off also. So we had to make Portugal work. And you know what? I was the happiest about that.
Yeah, we loved it. Yes.
We literally booked our flight last minute. We booked the hotel the day before or 2 days before.
Yeah. No itinerary, which is my favorite type of trip.
Literally. But don't be us also, because that's so hectic. But it's fine. Everything worked out. Anyway, so we made it. So...
Oh, wait. Before we even did this, like a few days before, 2 weeks before, we saw that Rock in Rio.
Oh my god. And then
we're like, should we do it? Should we not?
Wait, but who was performing at Rock in Rio?
So we had Camila, which obsessed, literally.
And also like she was releasing her album, so we were like double excited.
Yeah. Then we had the Jonas Brothers. Again. Stan.
Wow.
Then Doja Cat, which we were like, slay.
Yeah. We'll do all of them.
So a part of us was like, okay, cool. Cause it was Olivia Rodrigo and Jonas Brothers on the same day. And then the next day is Camila and Doja.
Oh my god, I'm remembering
everything. So we were like, okay, maybe not. Because I was like, listen, I really want to see, like, obviously I want to see Camila and Jonas, but I don't want to see them in a festival. Like I would rather a concert. Yeah. But then literally like a few days before, we're like, listen, the tickets are not that expensive.
Yeah, let's do it. And also like buying the weekend pass, what made more sense to us than like single. So we were like, you know what, let's just buy it. Worst case scenario, it's not that much of a big deal if we don't end up making it.
Yeah, it's fine.
But we were like, we are going to make it. We reach Lisbon and it's freezing.
Oh yeah, okay, listen, can we talk about Europe for a second?
Yeah.
Why is it cold?
Literally, like we were like, the way we packed was, so we were going to Lisbon and then we were going to
Albufeira.
Yeah, Albufeira. So we're like, okay, Lisbon is so hot. And when we were there, I was there in like mid-May. They were like, oh my god, Lisbon in the summer, boiling.
So hot.
Like literally only like bring like the lightest clothes. It's fine. So that's what I broadcasted back, right? So we packed.
Terrible.
No winter. Literally, I got one cardigan by accident.
I got one cardigan
because my mom.
Same.
Just take the jacket just in case.
You never know.
Yeah.
Like, oh gosh.
We're like, oh, fine,
whatever.
So we get there. It's a gloomy day. We're literally freeze that day.
I was freezing.
We were like, just like exploring the city really lightly because it's just like our first day. And then the next day we end up going to Albufeira.
We went on this. Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, the next day.
Albufeira.
So first hiccup of the trip.
Oh my god. I'm like, where's she going with this?
Yeah. So
love.
We booked the train, okay? And it was like an hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah, like a 2-hour train. Probably.
Yeah, like whatever. So it was like really short. We booked the tickets in advance. So we end up reaching the train station and there's no workers, no information desk.
No one to help us.
No signs and nothing's in English. So
yeah. But everyone literally looked like they knew what.
Yeah, like everyone was like walking in the desired direction, whatever. We end up just like accidentally finding the track, like the train track, the number. It was like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, we end up making it there.
The train says on the ticket that it'll reach 8:34, something like that.
Yeah.
We're standing. The time is there. We have our like phones or whatever. It's 8:35.
Yeah.
No train. Like, interesting. Then 8:36, a train comes. We're like, oh my God, this is probably it, you know? We get on the train and there's 4 of us. We get on the train and then, so it's just me and her sister, me and our friend Maria. So the 4 of us get on and then Maria and I are like, listen, I don't think this is it. Let's get off. So as we get off, Yasmin and her sister try to get off, the door closes.
Yeah.
And we're like, see you later.
So while Dana and I were on the train, there was someone who literally looked at us and were like, you missed your train, I assume. Like, where are you going? Because they saw us like be confused and stuff. And we're like, yeah, like there's no signs. Like it's just so confusing, blah, blah, blah. So they looked at the ticket and we're like, oh, this is definitely not your train. Yeah. Just go back and then ask someone there.
Yeah.
So we're like.
And while this happened, when we got off at 10, like, sorry, it was 8:36, whatever. At 8:38, I see my phone and I see a train comes. I look up and it suddenly says 8:34.
Yeah, the train is
here. Like, how did you change the time, my guy?
Yeah.
They changed the time.
So we were like.
To say 8:34 because that's the 8:34 train.
Yeah, so.
But it was 8:38.
At this point, I was like in panic mode because I hate being separated.
Yeah.
On like, in like a place that none of us have been to before.
Yeah.
No signs are in English and we're like all confused. And I was like, so then Cami and Maria text on our group and they're like, oh, by the way, our train came. So like, what do we do? So we're like, just get on the train because you have the ticket. Go. So then Maria was like, board the train. It's green. So we're like, okay, you know what? We're going to go by color, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So Dana and I go back to the train station and again, there's nobody to ask. There was like no information desk, blah, blah, blah. And then we sit and we like rebook the train. Thankfully, there was one like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
10:30. And we couldn't miss this one because the one after was at like 6:30 or 5:30 or something like that. And then we would have missed the whole day basically. So we were like, okay, we need to pay attention. So we end up, they're on their way and I'm like,
oh, we were chilling. We had 4 seat stars.
Yeah. And I was like, I was so annoyed because I was like, I'm the type of person that's like, I'm chill and everything, but like when things don't go according to plan and I don't understand why they didn't go to plan, I get so frustrated. So I'm like, it's fine. Let's just get on this train and head. Okay. And I was so happy because obviously I wasn't by myself, but if I was alone, oh my God, I would have started sobbing maybe just because I was so annoyed, you know, like, I'm like, why would this happen? Anyway, so then we end up going back on the track and there was this Australian couple and like their friends. And we hear them say like, oh, we're going to Faro, which is like the same track. So I looked at them and I'm just like, listen, whatever train you board, we'll board. Whatever train we board, you board. Can we just please
stick together?
They're like, yeah, totally. This is also confusing. So we're like, yes, it is. Anyway, so I see the green train and I was like, let's go. Thankfully, there was a person on this train and we were like, is this the train going to blah, blah, blah? And they're like, yes. There was a really nice man. And he was like, I'll help you with you. I think he adopted us. Because he was with his daughters.
Okay.
He's like, do you need help? Blah, blah, blah. We're like,
yes.
So anyway, we like ended up sitting and stuff like that. So everything got resolved.
Yeah.
We reach
and we're so excited because this is like the beach side of Portugal.
Yeah.
So we're so excited. We're like, oh, we're going to get our tan on. We're going to be at the beach every day. It's going to be nice and warm. We get there. We're freezing again.
It's absolutely
cold.
It was stunning.
Oh, beautiful.
But freezing.
Yeah. And then the sun is nice and like warm.
Yeah. But
the air and the wind was super cold. And then we're like, Slay, let's go to the beach. Mm-hmm. Like we would go to the beach, the ocean. It's the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. So it was ice
water. Literally, it was so cold.
I don't think we didn't enter the beach once. Dan entered, I don't know how, but like for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. She went like head in as well. So we went on one place to like take pictures on the rocks.
Yeah.
When I was standing there, the water only got up to my like shin.
Oh my God.
I swear it felt like pins and needles. Like I was so cold, but there was like people in the water.
Yeah, I was numb that day.
Yeah, my feet. And the thing is, I was worried. I was like, oh, if I walk and like I scratch my foot somewhere, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Like it was so
like cold. It was giving frostbite.
Yeah, and I don't do well with cold. And I realized like even like in the mornings when we would wake up like to have breakfast at the hotel, we're like, oh, let's sit outside. It's so nice. I'd be freezing. But honestly, such a vibe.
So much fun.
I love the cold when it's supposed to be cold.
If we were prepared.
Exactly.
The thing is, we were going to just lay on the beach and just get a tan, right? Anyway, plans didn't go through, obviously, because we still went to the
beach every day.
Yeah, but we didn't
get in the water.
Yeah, so we were just sitting there admiring the beauty. Honestly, it was crazy.
I choked up at one point because I was like, oh my God, like I went from not going anywhere to like seeing this beauty. Like how crazy, so pretty.
It was like, I think like the prettiest beaches I've ever seen in my life. Same. And I just like, I remember like on our last day, we just like took a second to like just admire.
Honestly.
Oh my God, crazy. So that was like the chill part of our trip. We were like freezing, but oh my God, vibing. We went to the old town. It was so much fun. We were there when Portugal won the football matches also because we were like their good luck charm.
Totally.
Yeah. So that was like the chill part of the trip. Then we went back to Lisbon for the concerts.
So we had on Saturday, Olivia. And then she's meant to end at like what, 10:30?
9:30.
Oh, 9:30. Then at 10:30 or 11, it was
11:30.
Jonas Brothers.
11:30. Yeah. So we were like, oh my God, plenty of time.
And then next day it was Camila at 8:30, then Doja at 10:30, according to the website. Mm-hmm. Emphasis on according to the website.
So Olivia Day.
Oh my days.
Set the scene, please.
Girl. Okay. So we go out, we're like shopping, eating, whatever, like in the regular city area. And then a TikTok comes out of Olivia and Camila saying hi to each other. Yeah. And Yasmin's like, guys, I remember this street. I was on it. And then we're like, oh my God, that's crazy. And I was like, listen, I think we should go and go to this. Listen, I'm a huge pop culture girl. I love me a celebrity. Like if it's someone that I genuinely like love, I try really hard to find them and like meet them. Yeah. So I was like, listen, let's go to that area that you said, and let's see if we see her. So we start walking and we see there's nothing going on, whatever. And we're like, okay, it's clearly that's the area where they said hi, but I don't see them, whatever. Then we see a group of like 20, 30 people. Yeah, they were like teens and they were all in like different kinds of merch. Like they were all wearing like either Camila merch, Olivia, blah, blah. So we didn't know what the tea was. Then Dana went and we told her, we're like, ask who they're waiting for. Yeah. They asked and they said, Camila. Yeah, so then Camila's hotel. When we walked over then to the hotel, we looked at the lobby and we were like, okay, this is where the video like there was of her coming video out. Yeah. Whatever. So we were like, this is the spot. That video that we saw was from the same morning. Yeah. So she came out to say hi to fans, whatever. We're like, okay, cool. And then us being Camila fans for like years, we know that she's gonna come out again. Yeah. So this was at like 4:30. We had to leave our hotel at 6. So we wanted to go back, change, get ready, and leave. It was 4:30, and then Yasmin's like, guys, we need to go. We need to leave. But we're like, let's wait till 5. So we waited, nothing's happening. It's 5. So we like set a deadline for ourselves and we're like, okay, we need to order the Uber exactly at 5:30. If she doesn't come out. Yeah. No, first it was 5. First we said but 5, then we like 5 came out. I was like, guys, I really feel like she's coming. Yeah. Let's wait. Yeah. Let's wait till 5:30. Yeah. And you're like, Cami, 5:30, I'm ordering the taxi, done. I'm like, okay, she is coming. Yeah. I'm like, I will stay no matter what because I know she's gonna come and I'll be so pissed off if I leave and then I see that she came. Yeah. I was like, I will still wait. I don't care. So then I opened the Uber app. Yasmin literally opens it. I open it, everyone literally starts screaming and they stand up and I was like, yeah. What? Yeah. It was crazy. And at that point, so we're standing because there was just like 2 lines and I was standing in the back of the line and I tilted, like I moved my head the other way because everyone started to like crowd that area. And I looked to the right and I didn't see her. So everyone was screaming for her mom. Then I look again and I see someone in the lobby standing. So there's a really short blonde girl. And then there's a really tall guy. 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 And then there's a really tall and then like a taller guy. She was so kind.
Oh
she
my
was
God.
so sweet. She took her time to like speak to everybody. She was very like, she was like saving her voice obviously for the
she was like on
she sounded like quite raspy, I would say. Yeah, same. I like
she was on like vocal rest.
She was so kind. She was so sweet. She's everything that like I expected her to be like, honestly. And I didn't notice that we were going to be that similar in height, but she was so kind. And like, I love that she came out with like no makeup. Her hair wasn't done. Like she just had it like in like lazy braids and whatever.
She was wearing like a graphic tee. You know, oh my God, the other day I was thinking, I was like, because when you sent me that picture, you're like, oh my God. So there's this thing where like Cami thinks that I look like younger her, like Fifth Harmony her.
When she was like on like Awesomeness TV.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, like I see it sometimes, whatever, but like I can't believe I didn't say that to her.
Yeah, you should have said it.
I forgot. I was like, oh my God, I should have said that to her.
Dude, I was rehearsing in my head the entire, like even before we knew that we were going to go see her, I was like, if I see Camila, what would I say to her? Because I knew we're in the same, I had my speech for Camila rehearsed, my speech for Joe Jonas rehearsed.
We'll get into that.
That's it, actually, just those two. Olivia, I was like, yeah, I'll just tell her like she's like amazing, whatever. Great. But I have like nothing to like, I'm not like a,
it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So with Camila, I think I just knew that I wanted to tell her like I hope you're enjoying this like new era. I'm so proud of you. Like I came all the way from Dubai.
Yeah.
And she was so nice.
She
hugged me like 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think at one point we were like holding hands when we were talking, because it's like we were like this and we were talking, and then I was like in awe of her, because I was just like, this girl I've been obsessed with since like 2014, I think, or 15, something like that.
Crazy.
And like hardcore. Like, I've always been a fan. Crazy. So then seeing her was insane.
Yeah.
And then who was after me? Dana, then you, then
Maria. Yeah.
She was just so sweet. And then we left. So we go to Olivia, when we get there. So this is the first time that I went to a concert and I see like people are dressed as like proper fans. It was so cute. So cute. Honestly, and, like I definitely think besides the parents, like we're probably the eldest ones there. Yeah. But like it was so cute, like so many girls in like purple, so many little girls in like bows.
Yeah, it was so cute, and like the sequins.
Yeah, it was very, very cute. It was very wholesome for
God,
sure.
Super cute.
And then we get in, we do our cute little TikToks and whatever, and then we sit down. We're like, amazing. Like our seats were so good. And then Remy Wolf. She came out. She was a slay. She flashed everybody.
She did. She was so cute.
She was so cute. Yeah. I've also been wanting to like kind of experience, like see her live a little bit. So that was fun. And then we're like, oh, cute. This is a nice crowd. Then the second the lights go off and Olivia comes on, I went deaf. I've never in my life experienced a crowd so loud. And I know for a fact, I don't think I'll ever experience anything like that again, unless like it's in an arena like that.
Yeah.
So I tried to avoid all like her set lists. I told Yasmin, I was like, don't, because you knew her set list. I was like, don't tell me, because I don't want to know. Like, I want to really like enjoy it as if it's my first time. So I avoided all the videos and whatever. So then when she did her moon, like she sat on a moon, she went up and she went around the crowd. On that side, she sang from her new album.
The song that I really like, Logical.
So she sang Logical, and I was like, oh my God, what is she going to sing when she gets to our side? Because it's 2 songs.
Crazy.
She gets to our side, and it's Enough for You. And Enough for You, for me, was like, at the time in my life, like, it was like crazy for me. So then when she came and she was in front of us, and like she was on the moon, and the stars were up, and everyone was singing, and she was singing Enough for You, I was like, oh my God. I was like, Cami, you traveled all the way to Portugal on a 9-hour flight to go to a concert to listen to like one of you and your like bestie's favorite albums together. Like it hit me in that moment, and I was like, I actually can't believe this is real life.
Right? Like, I feel like we were like dissociated.
I had, like, goosebumps all over. Like it was so cool. Yeah.
There was like that point, that one.
Obsessed was so fun. Like,
it was so
I think
fun.
Obsessed was I thought Brutal was gonna be my favorite, but I was kind of, I think because I hyped it up so much, I kind of like underwhelmed myself.
Yeah, same. It was, I think, but because like Jealousy.
Yes, that's why. Because Jealousy was before Brutal.
Oh my God. So and that was
I peaked.
And that's the one that you and I would like listen to and sing together the most.
Yeah. And then Obsessed with Slay. Yeah. Then after that, we rushed out to get a taxi. It ended much earlier than we thought. So, because she was super on time.
Yeah, she was.
So we thought the Uber was going to be quick. It took so long. We waited again. We were freezing. This time, I think it was the coldest we've ever been. And like, we were like super rushed, but like, it took so long. A lot of walking, a lot of wind, a lot of cold. We were laughing so much because we were freezing. We
literally. I think it got to our brain.
Yeah. Anyway, we get to Rock in Rio after a long time of
literally,
running
and we're
and
like,
walking and whatever.
And then at this point, we're like, run.
Yeah, we're running. We're like, we don't know what time they're gonna come on. We start running, and as we start seeing the stage, like the screen small, I hear celebrate.
Yeah, and
I was like, oh, guys, they're gonna start with celebrate. And
yeah.
So we heard celebrate, and we start running. We run so fast. We were far from the Jonas Brothers because they were the headline of that night.
And also their audio, for some reason, was not great, which was really sad.
The sound that night was so terrible. So it was really difficult to hear them, but we had so much fun.
Like, they sang Camp Rock. They sang, like, When You Look Me in the Eye. Couldn't.
Yeah, like, I can't believe they sang When You Look Me. That really shocked me.
And then seeing Joe.
They did SOS, whatever. So listen, we always knew Joe was good looking. We've always been Joe girls since we were like preteens or teens, whatever.
Yeah.
We've always been. That night, for some reason, because he had been in Greece and stuff.
He was like 10.
He was feeling himself.
And it was just like, I would have, like, I'm so glad that was the first time I saw Joe.
So here's the tea.
Yeah.
Nick sounded like Matthew McConaughey that night. He went so southern.
Yeah, like.
And at some point, we all laughed because he was like, we come from small town in New Jersey. We're like, sorry, why do you sound like you don't come from New Jersey?
Literally, like, you're from New Jersey. It was so random.
It was like, we all know, we all noticed it at the same time. We're like, why is he sounding like Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Then we're like, let's eat. We ate. We had a lot of energy for some reason.
We had pizza. It was some questionable pizza, to be honest.
It was really hot though.
It was no, but it was like cheese on top of like cardboard.
Yeah, it was.
But we were so hungry
because we were cold.
Yeah, and then as we were walking out, there was a DJ playing.
Yeah,
and for some reason, like, you and I were like
into it,
bouncing.
Yeah,
it was so funny. I think that was like a nice introduction to like our like brat era.
I was just what I mean? Like, same thing. That's so funny. I was literally thinking this.
Like, it's giving Charlie XCX on
crack,
literally.
Yeah.
So we reached home,
passed out.
Oh my god.
No, actually, we didn't pass out because we just kept rewatching our videos from like the day.
But like, we didn't talk to each other.
Yeah, no one was talking.
Yeah, we were like, good night.
Then, so here's the tea. The next day, I was like, okay, there was a breakfast spot we wanted to go to.
Yeah.
We go and we sit down, and then I open their Instagram to check like what their food looks like, whatever. I open their Instagram and I see Joe.
Mm.
Keep in mind, Joe is like one of my 5 husbands, okay? Like, he's like on top of my list of like someone that I love, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, that is Joe. And then I look at the waiter, I was like, excuse me, when was this? Brew, when was this? I was like, when is this? And he's like, oh, this is yesterday. I was like, I hate my life. Anyway, then I'm eating, and as I'm eating, I'm like so uncomfortable because I keep looking outside. I keep trying to see if I can spot Joe, whatever. I don't see him. Then we go shopping in the same place we've been shopping this entire time. Literally. And I go to a shop, into a store that we didn't go into before. And I'm looking, and then the guy who like owns the store, we were like talking and stuff. And then I was like, yeah, I'm here for Rock in Rio, like Jonas Brothers. He's like, oh, one of them was here yesterday.
And you were like,
which one, my guy? He's like, I don't know them like that. I don't know. I'll show you a picture. He showed me. Joe.
I don't know them like that.
Yeah, I don't know like that, but it was Joe. And he bought the jacket that I liked.
Hey, Joe, do you think we can share these?
Oh my god, he bought the jacket that I like. I was like, we're the same. We're the same. Oh my god. Anyway, so pretty much that day, I went to the same places. I did Joe's day, but a day late. And
literally,
I was
so
annoying.
I
really, in my heart, thought I was going to see him, but I did not. We even he went to this cafe called Neighborhood. We went there. He wasn't there anymore. But that one, like, I didn't think he was going to go because it was after. But I went again that day.
Genuinely, you and I would have passed out.
Listen, I really, really think that we probably like walked past him while he was in a cafe or something.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Because we were in the same area the whole time.
And then the day we came back to Dubai, I saw he posted of like the staircase thing, which I also took a picture of on the first day. Like, it was pissing me off. I kept missing him, but whatever. And then
oh my god. Okay, so bear in mind that we were so tired this day.
Yeah.
We literally went to Camila's looking like
bums because we learned our lesson from the night before.
Yeah, we literally wore So we bought like these jackets from Rock
I forgot. I just remembered we bought those jackets.
Yeah, they were so expensive, but honestly, it was the best purchase because can you imagine we didn't buy the jackets? We would have literally
it was really, really cold.
Passed out from the cold.
Yeah.
So we ended up, oh my God, we looked like literal garbage. I can't get garbage. It's French for trash.
Oh my God.
But yeah, literally like we were wearing t-shirt, cardigan, zip up.
Yeah.
And sweats. Yeah. And my hair was in braids.
Yeah.
It was just,
I loved it. It was the best way to go.
It was literally like we rolled out of bed. We literally did. And we went to the concert. Yeah. I was in like my Converse and it was just like comfy vibes because we were running.
Yeah. And the thing is, and that day was, during the day was super, super hot. So we were sweating so much. So we got like extra like exhausted as well. But anyway, we get to Rock in Rio. Again, we run because the entrance is so far away from where you get dropped off. We walked for 45 minutes or something. It was crazy. And we literally were worried about not making it in time.
We made Camila like literally on the dot.
As soon as we saw the stage, I love it, I love it. We're like, oh my God. We were like
walking like this. Oh my God.
So we get there. She was phenomenal. It was
literally her album preview.
It was her album release party, 100%.
Oh my God.
Like, it was so good. She sang every single track off the new album, plus ones that she hasn't released yet, which she will release on Friday, I guess. It was so good. She has improved so much as a performer. She is incredible. Crazy. She was so much fun.
And that was like our first time seeing her. Oh no, you've seen her. Yeah, I've seen her once. Like in her new era. And like we met her. So we were like besties.
Crazy. We were with you, yes.
Yeah, like, oh my God, we were here. And like, we were closer. Her audio was better.
Her audio was so much better.
And like, it was like she put on a show.
We were mind blown because we didn't know what to expect from the album. Yeah. All the 3 singles were so different. But it was so, so, so good. She was phenomenal. Yeah. She was amazing. Vibes. And then we took a break because Doja Cat was supposed to be on at 10:30.
So we had noodles.
No, 11:30.
Yeah, 11:30.
Because Jonas Brothers were at 11:30. Yeah. And I remember I was like, guys, it's so weird that she's going to come on at 11:30 because it's a Sunday and tomorrow's a working day for people. Why would she come on so late? That's so strange of Rock in Rio. But it was on their website. We're chilling. We're having chips. We order extra.
Literally, we had noodles and we were like, and we're literally on TikTok. We're just chilling.
Then it's 11. I'm like, guys, let's go a bit earlier so we can go to the front. We're walking and we hear her. We're like, oh my God, she started 30 minutes early. That's crazy. And we go and we're so far from the stage. We're like, wow, she has a lot of fans. She's so big in Lisbon. That's crazy. 30 minutes into it, she's gone. And we're like, oh, intermission. She's probably changing. Her lights turn off. No, nothing. It's just quiet. We're like, and then everyone brings out their phones. We're like, oh, she's coming back.
Yeah.
Then it goes, Rock in Rio.
And like fireworks.
And you're like, Rock in Rio music. They did like a
jingle.
A timestamp thingy. And Yasmin's like, guys, I think it's done.
Yeah.
We're like, what do you mean? She performed for 30 minutes. And then we check their Instagram. We see she came on at 10:30. We were late. It's okay.
Yeah.
We were late.
Like, and the thing is, like, there are no signs. There was no nothing. We couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. And then Maria's like, because the timestamp was going from like the first year of Rock in Rio to like now. Maria's like, I won't leave until it reaches 2024 because I need to know if she's coming back. She didn't come back.
And she didn't say bye.
She didn't say bye. Girl, she just left. Yeah. She just walked off. We're like, it was so confusing. The entire Doja Cat set was so confusing.
I feel like we were like asleep also.
Yeah,
like it was just half asleep. So we had a flight the next day and that was it.
And such a good
That was like, and I remember like when we got back from Portugal, like I remember I went downstairs once and Dana was like, Yasmin, I miss Portugal. She was like crying.
That's
and I was like, oh my God, yeah. Like that was like, I think highlight of the year.
Yeah.
Honestly, can't wait for more like girls trips. It was crazy.
Same. Rapid fire. What's your hyperfixation of the week? Tell me your top 3. Go. Or top 2, whatever.
Okay. I think I only have one hyperfixation this week. And it's Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. Okay. I will be honest. First listen, I didn't listen with headphones. I just like listened while I was getting ready and I was like, it's not hitting, man. But I listened again in my car, which is obviously the right way to listen to things. My top 3 songs from Short and Sweet are, so far, Don't Smile, Bad Chem, and Sharpest Tool.
Wow.
Yeah, love.
Okay.
I don't have any skips, to be fair. I just don't like taste that much.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
My skip right now is Dumb and Poetic because it's too belty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
liking.
yeah,
It's very
yeah.
like ballad belty.
Mhm.
And Lighter Girls is like okay for me.
Yeah, it's like a forgettable
Yeah.
track. Yeah, yeah.
But my favorites are as well, not in order. Don't Smile, Good Graces, and I love Coincidence. Very cute. So Such a Slay. My Hyperfixation, yes, that's also short and sweet. CXOXO still.
Oh my God.
It has been a chokehold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I recently, for the first time, I'm watching White Lotus. I've never seen it before. I know it's like a big deal that
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I'm on season 2 now. Slay.
I watched the season 1, episode 1 on the plane.
Oh no, you have to keep. Season 1 is like a
but I never continued it. Yeah.
thing. I think only the last 2 episodes of season 1 like got me hooked. Besides that, the rest was like whatever. Season 2, they like grab you in like a lot faster than season 1. But yeah, it's Slay. I love it. It's a good show. I don't understand why everyone's like making a massive deal about it.
Okay.
It's good. It's not like mind blowing.
Okay.
But Jennifer Coolidge has my heart for the rest
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
She
Oh my
has
God.
always had my heart.
Oh my God, yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the second episode.
Yeah. Tune in to new episodes every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you in the next one. I'm Yasmin.
And I'm Camila.
And this is
JINX.
Bye.